Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I want to share the early map wins for a tertiary term for one of my clients. The keyword here is car keys replacement. So I'm going to share how I look at the map, early signals of how it's changing, how I think that's going to be really impactful for their business. I hope you guys enjoy. Basically, every dot here that's green means that my client now is on page 1 of Google. When you search for car keys replacement directly in that area, again, it's going to lead to more impressions, more website clicks, more phone calls, and more leads for their business. Over here is a view from Local Falcon. This is the trend report, and they are obviously they're the only blue line over here, but where they started off was way down the bottom left, basically around a 1% or so share of local voice. Now today it's at 8.26%. This is actually giving me a lot of confidence that the strategy is working. A lot of times with local SEO, you have to kind of start really from a very low percentage of a share of local voice, and as you make changes, so does the map. When it comes to local SEO and heat maps, a lot of times you have your primary term. So for example, if you're a locksmith, it's gonna be locksmith and locksmith near me. Those are the two target, primary terms. Then you have secondary terms. Secondary terms could be like emergency locksmith, 24/7 locksmith, mobile locksmith. But then you have tertiary terms as well. And those tertiary terms could be things like car keys replacement, key fob replacement, etc. So I work with my client and we're always going after, those secondary and tertiary terms as well, and say, okay, if we're ranking for locksmith and locksmith near me at this percentage for a share of local voice, what can we do from secondary and tertiary terms as well? This is the last part of the video, but I'm saving this for the last because I'm going to go into this in great detail. So over here, this is the view. This is the share of local voice trend line report. Every time I run a scan for my client for this exact keyword, I can see all 85 plus different competitors all competing in the same radius for the keyword car keys replacement. Local Falcon shows me in order who has the highest share of local voice within this 11 by 11 grid. That's actually where I need to start. So when I look at every top competitor in the area, I'm looking at their Google My Business profile and I'm looking for gaps. Gaps are things like categories, primary categories, secondary categories missing, shared with different competitors. I'll look at questions and answers, services, products, updates. I'll look at reviews. How often are they responding to reviews, photos? Then I'll even take it a step further. I'll look at their websites. I'll look to see, what's the gap analysis between the websites, between my client and the top ranking sites. And then I'll even look at the backlink profile as well. So I have a video coming out in the future about Google Gemini with AI results with local SEO, but just as a sneak peek into that, I'm looking into what online directories are being listed. That's where my client needs to get, put on, because it's going to help with local rankings, but also going to drive, future referral traffic. And it can also drive Gemini results for them too. But I'm focused on the competitors. I'm looking at the heat map over here. I'm looking for dots 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those are the ones I want to flip first because that's going to get them onto page 1 and get them the most impressions. And I know the strategy is working because, again, I can see their line is growing with the share of local voice. So it tells me I have to keep, plugging away. But that should lead to more results for my clients. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. And as always, have a good rest of your day.